So this is gonna be a very long day. My cousin sent a box to me filled with cassette tapes and a camcorder and a letter saying he's sorry it took over 9 years just to get these cassette tapes to me, because it's an interview of my father 5 months before he passed away. Let's just, yeah.
I would, the TV would be on, and I'd leave the room, and I'd try to get away from the sound of the TV set. I never could.
Yeah, no, I can't do this.
And I felt hounded or trapped by.
Am I like my father? These are the things I question in life. I'm learning more about my father now that he's dead. See, I didn't know my father. He was the man that always was around, didn't talk. He was just there. He was glossy-eyed, sleeping on the couch, always tired, always drinking tea. God, he drank a lot of tea. The videos that we see here are literally done 4 months before my father passed away.
Did you hear anything?
Talking about his mental illness. My father passed away in 2008 of lung cancer, but also with mental illness. My father had schizophrenia. My mother would say, "Don't be like your father," when he was alive. Now that he's passed, she's like, "Be like your father." Hi, my name is Severin, and I don't know if I have mental illness or not. What I do know is I'm severely dyslexic, and that lies within the brain.
Yeah, I have seen pictures of the schizophrenic brain, and it's different in function as a normal brain. Different parts of the brain light up. The right side of the brain is the creative side. That's really kind of, in schizophrenia, that's kind of brought out. And the logical side, the other side of the brain, is not as strong as with, because in schizophrenia, you can be convinced, 100% convinced that you're doing something this way, and in reality, you aren't coping at all.
And where the logic side, the left side of the brain, is, well, overpowered by the right. Where logic is muffled by the artistic brain. Where visualization becomes so strong that schizophrenia dives in and becomes a reality.
And every time I listened to the TV or radio, I thought they were talking to me. It was kind of disconcerting.
It's just the struggles that we go through that makes you question who you are. I question what mental illness is and what it really means, because I hear music playing where there's no music. I would sometimes ask my friends, "Do you hear that?" And they're like, "Hear what?" "Hear that radio." "You hear that? Dang, is that schizophrenia?"
I can't think.
Or is that just my creative mind flowing?
The TV would be on, and I'd leave the room, and I'd try to get away from the sound of the TV set. I never could. Kind of felt hounded or trapped by my environment. Paranoid schizophrenic. People are out to get you, but they're not. That was what was the problem.
It's the right side of the brain where schizophrenia lies, the artist side. So do I have mental illness? This is what I'm trying to find out.
Bob wanted to protect the boys from his illness. He didn't want them to be like him. Bob sometimes thinks that, if Millie, his mother, was anyway emotionally weak, that's where he learned it.
What I do know is my grandmother, my dad's mom, had schizophrenia, had Alzheimer's, and also was extremely artistic. Is mental illness passed down to generation? Is it a family gene? It makes me question, am I like my father? When am I? Am I like my father? My father was on a lot of medication. The side effects were, well, what I thought was laziness, unmotivated person, pathetic really. It was actually his medication, the side effects that made him sleepy, drowsy, non-talkative. I'm just now learning that he heard voices in TV or the radio. So the TV was on all the time. I couldn't understand why. Now I do. It was talking to him, my dad. What I understood who my father was is completely not true. He was the strongest man. He was the strongest man that anyone knew. Spiritually, lovingly, full-heartedly. Everyone gave him praise for who he was. I didn't know that man at all. All I knew was he wasn't a father to me. Or was he? Looking back on it now, he showed perfect example how to treat a woman, how to respect people, and how to live in your own misery.
This is my dad, Robert Ryan. Yes. My name's Michael Lay. That's Grandpa. This is Tim. Put that back. Put it back. Please, Marty, put that back. Just say.
Had 2 sons. One of them passed away at 13. He was on a camping trip in New Mexico. Got into the wilderness, had an asthma attack, and they couldn't get him to the hospital in time. He was 13, just out of 8th grade. My other son is 2 years younger than he was, but he's 29 now. Hopefully things go well for him.